Hey family, this is Tracy K. Lewis, your coach and your host for Dwell According to Knowledge, the talk show. And listen, let's get right into our lesson for today. And I'm going to give you, I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to better understand your partner. Okay? 3 tips on how to better understand your partner. A lot of times we think we understand a lot of stuff, only to find out that we really don't know too much. and one of the quotes I heard, and it kicked me to the curb, stepped all over my toes, is the more I think I know, the more I know nothing. I was like, wow, that was pretty good. So in this lesson today, I'm gonna just give you 3 quick tips, and then we can go ahead and shut it down. I hope you all having a great day today. So listen, 3 tips. Now listen. You hear it all the time, how men and women simply don't operate the same, and that is just as true as the day is long. Men and women are known to be creatures of men are known to be creatures of logic, and women are seen to be driven more by emotions. Y'all know that, right? Okay, cool. Is this really the case? Capital Y-E-S. You know what I mean? These differences do exist in most cases, if not all, and have contributed to the ongoing communication gap that plagues relationships. You know. We continue to have unhappy men and women dragging along in their relationships simply because neither truly understands the other. Why is that? I'm going to get to that, okay? So how do we begin to put an end to this travesty? How do we take the necessary steps to finally rectify this issue? Now, consider these tips as I go through them and try to get on the same page, you know, as your partner, as you getting to know each other, because a lot of times we're not communicating because we're not trying to get to know nobody, you know. So the bottom line is, the more questions that you ask, the more you get to know somebody. Wouldn't you say that was pretty good? All right, tip number 1: it's not them, it's you. and that goes for both men and women. You know, you everybody keep thinking it's the same. That they let me read this real quick. Don't get me wrong. I totally understand that your partner has done plenty to piss you off, make you mad, contribute to a negative situation, and I realize that you have made many efforts to fix things, yet they seem to resist them, and nothing has worked. Despite those facts, we as men and women will never be able to understand each other if all we do is point the finger at the other person. Ooh, yeah, that's a big one. Being focused on defending your actions and pointing out their shortcomings will work against you. You understand? It'll work against you because all you're going to do is put that person on the defensive. All right? Now, you are so caught up in yourself that you will then make it much harder to understand their reasoning, their needs, or their issues. This goes for, this is a back and forth kind of thing where that old adage about tit for tat, you know what I'm saying? So you're both sitting there going, well, you did this, and then, well, you did that all the time. Y'all bringing up a bunch of stuff that was from the past arguments, past situations, past junk. Let me put it that way. Okay? Now, with that said, the first step is to focus only on what you can control, which is you. Yes, sir. You may have done plenty already, but can you honestly say that you have continued to be the man or woman they need you to be? The answer to that is no. You haven't. Hold yourself accountable for your own actions, and trust that by putting your best foot forward, you will give yourself a much better chance at beginning to understand your partner and giving them the example they need to be a better partner as well. Sometimes, doesn't matter who is in the relationship, somebody's got to lead. Somebody's got to have the right mind. Somebody has got to be grown up. You know what I'm saying? All right, good. Let me get to number 2. Pay attention. Number 2, pay attention. You know, communication is key. However, many tend to overlook the significance of non-verbal communication. My goodness. Can I read that one again? Communication is key. However, many tend to overlook the significance of non-verbal communication. Woo, good God Almighty. Men and women already speak different languages. Therefore, a couple can talk all day and still not be on the same page. You got that? Now, this is why it is important to also be mindful of body language. I'm telling you, a lot of times what your partner likes and dislikes can become more obvious when they take into account their actions and reactions in certain situations. Because a lot of time they tell you, when you fold your arms up and stuff like that, you shut off, you cut off. You know, when you're slinking and sliding in your thing, you know, you're not really paying attention. When you're not looking at your partner when they're talking, guess what? They're not paying attention to you, and when they're looking off someplace else, looking everywhere except for where they should be putting their attention at, they're not doing it. So they mean that's shutting you off, which is, of course, that's disrespectful as well. Okay? All right, cool. Now, open your ears and your eyes in order to get more in tune to your partner. Also, understand that both women have things that they will just have a hard time fully expressing. Yeah, some women may not tell their partner everything because she figures they know or figure it out on their own. Stop that, ladies. We're not here to figure out or read your minds. You understand? We're not here to figure out or read your minds, okay? Now, some men will hold things back because they don't want to deal with certain backlash that they think they may receive. Stop it, guys. It ain't about that, okay? Now, this is why actions can many times be more telling, and if we need to pay more attention to both verbal and non-verbal communications, okay? Bottom line, you understand? Now, number 3, and this one is very, very easy to say, but more difficult. Be patient with each other, okay? Just be patient, you understand? We live in a time where we like things fast and convenient. Can I say that one again? And if we wait too long, we abandon what it is that we're looking for and move on to the next. Okay, well, understanding your partner may not work that way. It doesn't. It takes time. It really does. It takes time. It takes patience. It takes courage also. Okay? Now, you're involved with a person who has been through years of programming. That means they've been through life. They've been through upbringings. They've been through their past. They've been through their adolescence. They've been through their young adults. They've been through all the stuff that they've gone through, and they have built, established, and practiced a certain way of doing things. And sometimes it takes it's difficult to break certain habits. You know what I mean? Some habits are going to be longer than others. They say 21 days, but I don't say that, and I don't put a limit on how long it takes for somebody to break a habit. You understand? Now, to break it all down to truly understand who they are, it is not a race. It is actually a marathon. So you get into a certain groove, and that's where you stick to. You know, like the tortoise and the hare. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much like that. Now, people have to realize that these things take time, and it takes even longer the more a person may do things to damage the situation and create a bigger gap between the two individuals. Don't feed into the negative cycle. You got that? All right, cool. Now, at times, some people don't even fully understand themselves. Now, that is a truer statement than anyway. I remember a lot of times when a person say, tell me about yourself. And I got to think about it. I got to think about it, okay? All right. Now, be patient and focus more on embracing progress. Learning how to appreciate and nurture the process will breed more progress, and before you know it, you'll be at the finish line a lot quicker than most. Okay? That's it. Now, there is more we can discuss and move forward to understand your partner better. I believe if you embrace these core principles, you understand, that you'll indeed move in better direction. And your goal isn't to understand all men or all women. It is simply to understand the one that you are with. So that means whatever you understand about your partner, don't go flying off to somebody else thinking that that's the way you need to understand them too. Okay? So don't do that. Now, that is your focus. And doing that will create relationships so full of love, enjoyment, and fulfillment. That word fulfillment, I'm going to get to another video on that one. And that every step you take in the process will be well worth it. You got that? All right, cool. I hope you all got something from that. This is Tracy K. Lewis, and I'll see you in the next video.